What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to the second episode of Lapis Re. This one's called A Chord Chase. I'm going to assume... I assume we're going to get some more of a musical theme in this, because, honestly, this show surprised me. It genuinely surprised me. I didn't know anything going in, and there was, no synopsis or anything in the build-up in my summer 2020 preview. I was like, okay, this is probably just some idol show, and... I am correct, this is an idol show, but it's doing something very, very interesting, and they're trying to build a multimedia project around it. We've got the anime here, they've got the songs obviously building up, and they have the mobile game that seems to have been in development for quite a while now. I'm surprised they haven't got the game out first. Usually these multimedia projects, I think, build the game, then put the anime out to promote the game, but they're putting the anime out now without a game to back it up, which I think is a mistake, personally. I feel like the game should have been the first thing. If you're going to do this multimedia project thing, I think you need the game first. But, who am I to judge? I can't remember how Love Live did it. What did Love Live do? Did they put the game out, or the... I can't remember how they did it. I can't remember if they put anime first. But I feel like you should have the game out before you put the anime out. Just so you can run, promotional campaign stuff alongside it. You know, oh, episode 2 just came out here. Get this special weekly login bonus or something. Because Azur Lane did that when their anime came out. Anyway, off topic. Yeah, this show really surprised me. It's gorgeous looking. This show looks good. The character models are all brilliant. The background art is really good. The sound design is perfectly fine. The voice acting is great. Considering these voice actors don't really have many, at least most of the ones that we looked up last time, they don't have a huge amount of roles to their name anyway. So this is kind of like their big breakout project. And if it is going to be a multimedia project that goes on for many years, they're going to have the music to go with it. They're going to have the game performances to go with it. They're going to have the anime to go with it, of course. But we have our main group now. Tiara's our main character, with her friend Rosetta, or Rose, as I think the nickname is. We then have the rest of the group, which is Ashley, Lynette, and Lavi. Ashley and Lavi have a bit of a rivalry sort of thing going on there. They bicker a lot with each other. Lynette is the bookworm who seems to write some form of romance literature on the side, and is very embarrassed about it. I wonder if that's going into the fanfic territories or not. I'm sure there'll be more jokes about that. But we also have a lot of characters. Just in the AniList listing, we have a lot of characters to meet. And, yeah, I imagine we're going to be seeing a lot of them. Obviously, the main 5 is our focus for this. But I'm curious to see how much of the others we see. There's also this school is based on magic, so there is the magic element involved as well. It's not just basic idols, we also have magical idols to contend with. Learning about magic, the whistle is how they activate their magic, which is kind of interesting. I guess we'll learn more about the magic process as it goes on, but they are defending against something, I believe. I can't remember specifically what they were fighting against or anything, or protecting from. I can't remember that specifics. I think I read somewhere, on a synopsis somewhere, that was a thing. Anyway, but our main dilemma, because it's an idol show, you have to have a main dilemma to work towards, to put some stake on what's actually going to be your group, and that is, of course, that the group that we were forced into by the headmistress, it's just okay, you're going to join this group, but they're all failing, and basically they put her in that group to say, hey, get this group back into line and passing, otherwise you're all expelled. So, yeah, they have to work as a group now to avoid being expelled. So there's your dilemma. That's why they're working hard, and it's a question of, getting that working. And then we're going to have the idol and magical elements thrown in there for good measure. So, but yeah, there's also the ranking system. They are Lapis, hence Lapis Re LiGHTs. I believe LiGHTs is our main group's unit name. In Love Live, you have your unit names I forgot all the unit names. Like Sierra and Guilty Kiss and Bibi. Bibi was one of them, right, from Muse era. I've forgotten a lot of those subunit names now. That's pretty bad of me, considering I still keep up with Love Live. But yeah, so like the subunits, I think Lights is their one. So Lapis is her year group, and then Lights is, you get the idea. So yeah, we're gonna explore more of this. I'm very much looking forward to this. Like, I didn't expect to enjoy this one as much as I did. So let's get into the second episode. Also, longest intro in. Wait, no, that's not this one, is it? Is this the longest intro? I can't remember if this one has the Universal logo as an intro. I think it does. Who knows? But anyway, let's get into this episode, shall we? As always, these are time-based reactions, so at the bottom of the screen, bottom left side specifically, you're going to see the time for the episode. I'll count us down 3, 2, 1, play, and then on play, you start the episode, I start the episode. We're all in sync. Everything's good to go. I'll call out the OP, beginning, ending, just so you know we're roughly on the right page. And if there are obvious ad breaks, I'll call them out, but some are more subtle than others, so we'll see. But yeah, all that said, here we go in 3, 2, 1, play. Yes, it is Universal logo, okay. I was correct. This is the longest intro in anime, Universal logo followed by Funimation. Because we're watching this on Funimation if you didn't already guess. I will need a drink before I do Demon Academy. And then we go Funimation. Half a minute in, you don't start the anime. There you go, now we're in. Yeah, probably not what we expected. Oh yeah, Tiara and Rose are sharing a room because... yeah. Right. Wants to be treated like normal. Fair play. It's just a question of getting points. Extracurricular activities, and that's where the idol is going to come into, I bet. I have full-on stairs for bunk beds. Interesting. It's definitely a bit fancier than just a simple ladder on the side. I love the whistling idea for the magic. I really do. And OP time. And a lot of characters. Including the one that seemed to scoff at us last episode from the black lapels. Which are the highest ranking students. And we got the red, so it's blue, red, black, bottom to top in ranking. Yeah, she was the one that seemed to know of her sister and have a bit of a thing about it. Welcome to Disney. And of course, all the outfits, as per usual of an idol show. This is a good OP song as well. I'm guessing all those lines are meant to be the different groups that we're going to be learning of. Alright, episode 2 of Chord Chase. Here we go. Not used to an early morning wake up. Gonna whip you in a shape. Too eager. Wellens. Okay, that's where we are. Alright. Like the teacher. Yeah, calm yourself. Oh boy. They're hopeless. Mm-hmm. Um, Probably not. That is a great capture. It somehow managed to put it in the water. I love it. Oh boy. They're all terrible. Mm-hmm. Focus on the things you're good at, I guess. Oh no. How? How even? Oh boy. I mean, that one was deserved, but whatever. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. It's just fun, yeah. Hmm. What is she doing? Oh boy. Maybe? Hmm. We're building up to it. No, it isn't. No. I know what you're all thinking. It's not that. Hamburger? That's a wordplay. Uh, she's all into this. Of course she would be. And they're following, of course. Well, tiaras. And they're all waiting, okay. So what's it going to be? Is she like working part-time or something at a cafe? Because we've had the cafe shown in the OP. Yep. Peeking around. It's also a fun way of showing off a lot of the town and such. Uh, oh? No, not like that. Sure. Good job. And now we're back at a cafe. Oh, let me guess, she's gonna come and... Yep. Gratura, okay. Cool. Alright, like a character already? 4 out of 10, no pinky was shown. Oh, really? Fair. Okay. That was a weird shot, but I guess that has some relevance in some way. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Hmm. Something like that. Princess. So. Ooh. Okay. Uh-huh. Hmm. No, don't interrupt her food. Oh, that's just mean. That's just mean. It's a waste of food as well. Oh, there she is. What? What is going on? Hmm. I feel like there's more to it than that, but that was an obvious ad break, and then we're back. Out. Oh, that's the name of the... No. It's the name of her... I'm gonna guess familiar of some kind? An escaped duck. Okay, it's just escaped. You're a pet sitter, and you've lost track of your duck. Mm-hmm. Is there no, like, location magic that they could use? Hmm. Oh. Okay. So she's pushing herself too much again. Mm-hmm. Accept some help from your friends. Mm-hmm. Let's go find Alfred the duck. Weird sentence, but sure. Uh-huh. It's time for a duck hunt. Okay. And there it is. I think those two were on a date there, and she wasn't feeling it. He was embarrassed. Of course, search the well. Makes sense. It's actually a harder search than I expect. Like, we're looking for a duck in a town. Duh. Oh, it's just having a drink with them. Alright. Untitled Goose Game took a real turn. I know Duck Goose. Close enough. Oh, poor Lynette. Were you frequently searching for ducks? Oh. That was at the castle. Alright. Oh. It'd be funny if it legit was a spell. Building up some more context for the friendship, and back to the duck chase. Yeah, why are you so fast? Good job. Oh boy. Nice. Oh boy. I think he's got like a plaster or something across there from where he was speaking by presumably his wife that holds Alflex. Ben Alflex? Close enough. I mean, it's just gonna jump in the water, right? Oh, here we go. That face. And Lynette's down. What dumb scene! What dumb scene! What dumb scene? Oh, here we go. We're actually gonna learn some magic. What? Okay. A binding spell. Alright. Yes, clap, 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 clap. She's dead. Yes, get back on that leash. What a dumb scene. What an absolutely dumb scene. It's good fun, though. Yeah. Yeah. Big surprise. Who has a pet duck? It's whatever. Oh. Machiron. Anime. So easy to predict. Tonight? Is there a special event tonight? I guess there's something special out tonight. Those little things that were... Oops, didn't mean to bang the table. Those little things that are hanging from there. I'm sure one day she's just going to go... smack in the eye. Oh, what is this? What is this? Okay. Is this a stage of some description? See them? An orchestra, alright. So that's the name of their performances. So it's for the purpose of gathering mana, they put on performances. Alright, here it is. These are the ones we bumped into. Supernova, okay. Princess of Ryota, okay. We get our first performance. And of course they are CG. Which is, I think, is a standard of any idol show. Okay, I like this group already. I like the use of the special effects. Oh no, not a fourth one, okay. Alright. There we go. Final pose. Very nice. Alright. Now she's fallen in love with orchestras and wants to do it herself, I bet. ED time, alright. Good setup episode. Very good setup episode. We now have our relationship between Tiara and Rosetta. We now have a bit more context for it. And their childhood together. Little glimpse of it here and there. Build up relationship with the group with just hunting a duck. Because why not? We've now learnt of orchestras, what purpose they serve in this world as an accumulation of mana. And we now have Tiara wanting to follow in her sister's footsteps. And has now seen what orchestras are all about. And is probably going to be motivated to do that. And will probably suggest at some point in the next episode or after why don't we form a group and work to put on an orchestra? And there's our extracurricular credit that will get us a bunch of points, and we might not fail if we can also overcome everything else that we absolutely suck at, which is apparently everything, individually at least. Alright. We getting anything after? We're getting a little something after, I believe. Preview for next... Jesus Christ! I just witnessed a murder. Also, pink fluffy sheep. Alright. Well. That was solid. That was a solid episode. It was definitely a setup episode, but that's perfectly fine. It's a multimedia project. I mean, you need to set these characters up. You need to set up the premise of the show. I still like the way they're including magic in this, because I think that really does help separate it, because if you didn't have the magic element in this show, I feel like this would start to blend more and more with other projects of its type, but because it does have magic, and they're incorporating it and making it part of their daily routine, it definitely separates itself. Like, the basic premise is still the same. Characters in a moral dilemma turn to being idols in order to fix said dilemma. Meet other idols along the way. Have friendly rivalries. Well, rivalries that turn into friendly rivalries further down the road. Like, it's very much the same thing, and it's like, you can boil down a lot of anime to that. It's very rare that you find anime that tries to do something completely different from anything else that's come before it. And ultimately, you will eventually run out of ideas. It's just going to happen. Like, there are only so many ideas to be had that go completely in their own direction. So for a multimedia project like this, it's not about doing something completely revolutionary different. It's about innovating the genre to include something else, putting a new spin on it that separates you and makes you different from the others. And like I said, the magic does that. And if I understand what the gameplay wants to do, that magic element will play a part in the gameplay. Because obviously, when you have any sort of idle-based game, you of course have the visual novel aspect story, and then you have whatever your gameplay will be. For Love Live School Idol Festival, that was rhythm game, tap, 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 tap. All those different patterns that you have to remember for master level songs. Jesus Christ, those were a pain to do. And then with Love Live All-Stars, they transitioned less importance on the actual rhythm game and your skill at rhythm games. Like, you still need to actually play the rhythm game at least once, so that you can unlock the auto feature for that song. But it's much more about the RPG elements of leveling up the characters, although you're not really leveling the characters. You don't actually do that. You just buy their levels. And by the time you get to the point in the game where I am, like 3-4 months in, yeah, over 4 months in now, where you have so much golden XP there, that's not a problem. It's the candies, or the macaroons, I should say, that are the big hold-up. But this one's meant to incorporate the magic in it at some point. I just want an update on when this game comes out, because I'd be very interested to check it out and see what it's all about. See if it becomes another one of my dailies, because I have Azur Lane and Love Live as my daily mobile games right now, with Nekopara 10 hopefully joining that roster sometime this year, although I have no idea when that's going to be. They've kind of gone silent since COVID happened, so I hope it didn't get scrapped entirely, and I hope they're just working on a delay right now. But we'll see. Like I said, yeah, this was a perfectly good episode. I'm enjoying this. It looks good. I will say, the one thing that does annoy me about idol shows is the CG for the dances, because I feel like it's now just accepted that that is the standard of what is expected from an idol show. And what was it? There was one show that did the idol thing and then decided, you know what, no, we're not going to actually do the full-on... we're not going to do just simple... we're actually going to bother to animate this. We're not just going to have CG. I can't remember what it was. There's a specific show I'm thinking about. Let me just filter these to include anime I've seen in the idol genre. Beyond the Boundary counts, yeah. Zombieland Saga kind of did, but kind of didn't at the same time. It was like Zombieland Saga was kind of messing with it in that they did the very typical CG, but they're also improving it to show as them evolving as a group. So there was that. What else? Budokan didn't settle for the typical CG. They actually bothered to animate it. Like, we didn't get full-on dances too much in Budokan, but we did get obviously some of it, and they actually bothered to animate it instead of resorting to CG, which was nice. That's my only real gripe with this. Like, if you're going to do CG, I think anime studios, maybe it is just an expenses thing. Like, you use CG because it's cheaper, right? It's cheaper to get a CG dance scene that you're going to use with that character and that rig. You just need to... You're going to be using it a lot anyway because it's a multimedia project, right? So you're going to be using it a lot. You might as well get your money's worth with CG instead of hand animating every single dance. I just hope in the future that for CG, 24 frames becomes the standard, because 12 frame animation is great and it works for anime and has done for years, right? But I think for CG dances like that, I really hope 24 becomes the norm sooner rather than later. Because I feel like it would add some like fluidity to the dancing, because that's something that gets lost a lot in idol dancing. Is like, part of it is the music, obviously, and the expression of whatever emotion they're trying to get. So if they're having a happy song, you get the joy out of it, the solemnness about the song. And I feel like the movement that comes from it in 12 frame CG diminishes and gets lost, whereas with 24 frame, it just comes across much better. And that's one of the reasons why I really appreciate Love Live All Stars, because for, well, not all the songs, but most of the songs, they have full 60 FPS dance animations for the songs and all the groups in them, with all the different characters and all the different outfits and such. I just appreciate that so much more, and I may be a bit spoiled with that animation that I would expect more from a show like this. But either way, it still looks good even with it. They had the extra visual effect flares going on around it. I'm going to assume that's explained by mana being manifested. Maybe that's just a byproduct of the mana being absorbed or whatever, but or just using a little extra of their magical power to put on these special effects. Something like that. I mean, it would make sense. I'd be perfectly fine with that. But yeah, I'm very much enjoying this. We're going to be continuing this on to episode 3, of course. I don't foresee myself dropping this in any way. I don't see a reason to drop this. I'm enjoying it. It's not going to be the most popular show this season, for sure. I mean, it's an idol show, and it's an idol show that does set itself apart because of the magic, like I said, but idol shows never tend to do well. Like I said, with anime reactions, funny shows just infinitely do better. And then if you're going to have a serious show, it either has to have a huge following already, or it has to be a movie format, I think. Then it will be like a serious 12-episode anime that's focusing on like heavy subjects and being serious and like being like somewhat drama-filled, like Sing Yesterday for me. They don't tend to work as a reaction format because they're there to be experienced in themselves, but whatever. I'm rambling on too much. I just want to say, yeah, I'm loving this show. We're going to continue on next week, and I'm going to enjoy it for it. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Leave a like if you did. It helps boost the channel out. Trying to get back up to 200 subscribers by during this season. I think ultimate goal, I'd like to hit 250, 300 this season. So we're back on course for hitting back to where the old channel was. The old channel was up to 700, and I think I hit a sweet spot in the old channel because COVID had just happened, so I was getting a lot more viewership from that, but with now everything returning back to normal, I feel like viewership's going down a little bit again, so I'm aware that getting back up to my old tally is going to be a bit hard, but with a new season of anime, there is always potential to encourage new followers, and hopefully that is going to happen. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the summer 2020 shows you can find on my channel. And if you want to have a bit more of an in-depth discussion about this episode, or any other of the shows that I watch, or any anime in general for that matter, I do have a Discord channel, link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and until next time, see you guys later.